Let's have another intermission. Let's give it up once again for our stunningly sensational Cheers!
The middleweight is the third category here. Remember, just 5 categories. World Series boxing, bantam, light, which we just saw finished. Now middleweight, later light heavy and the heavy. Patrick Gallagher of Mumbai fighters taking on a very, very strong opponent. The world #1, Sergiy Derevyanchenko from Ukraine, who last year had a 6-0 record. So I tell you what, as good as Gallagher may be, he is going to be up against it today.
Well, career so far in the blue corner, please welcome Sergiy Derevyanchenko. And from the home side, the Venky's Mumbai fighters in the red corner. He was the 2010 Commonwealth gold medalist. You all at home will definitely remember that. A 3-time Irish champion. Please put your hands together for Patrick the Meatball Gallagher.
Well, there you have the Irishman who is representing Mumbai fighters, Patrick Gallagher, in the middleweight category, a Commonwealth Games champion in 2010 in New Delhi, and now he is back to show his wares for Mumbai fighters. And what a surprise it would be for him to be fighting as a home boxer here in Pune.
Well, that's one of the many big points, strong points of World Series boxing, where boxers from around the world get together and fight in a team atmosphere. There's so much to learn from each other in terms of tactics and skills, and even well, fitness training schedules. Mick Bassey, the referee from England, and Gallagher, strong as he is, oh boy, he's fighting the world #1, Sergiy Derevyanchenko from Ukraine. 26 years old, enjoys a 4-centimeter reach advantage as well, does Derevyanchenko, and that's the last thing he needs, being such a good boxer. But it's going to be tough for Gallagher. Here's a quick look at the judges, just 3 of them, and remember, it's a 10-point must-score system. which we are now seeing in effect. A wonderful bridge, I've said that before, but I'll say it again, between amateur boxing and professional boxing, where all these very strong amateur boxers get a taste of what it could be like if they wish to turn pro later. But their amateur status remains, and their quest for glory at London in 2012 still very much alive as amateurs.
Well, just the opportunity to explain that 10-point bus scoring for all our viewers is that each judge must award 10 points, the maximum, to the boxer who they think has won a particular round, and the opponent, depending on how close the bout has been, is awarded 9, 8 or 7, depending upon how the bout was fought. And if there are no deduction on fouls, then the worst that a boxer can figure is 10-7, as Patrick Gallagher gets ready to get into the action against, it is Sergiy Derevyanchenko, the World Series Boxing #1 ranked middleweight from Ukraine.
No holding, no hitting on the back of the head. Listen to my commands at all times and protect yourself at all times.
I love the way the referee says no holding, and all they do in 5 rounds is hold each other. But this may be a little cleaner. Very good boxers, these two. Derevyanchenko, world champion 2011, which means the reigning world champion, and also the gold medal winner in the 2009 President's Cup. Quite a handful.
Be quite interesting to see how Gallagher uses the crowd support that he's gonna get, because he is, after all, representing Mumbai Fighters here in the Shiv Chhatrapati Sports Complex in Pune.
Well, just visually, we've got to say, Sergiy Derevyanchenko is a terrific specimen. In great condition, very broad, thick in the shoulders, and one can imagine what a punch that arm might carry. For now, of course, they're being very watchful. Gallagher knows that he can't just sit back, because Derevyanchenko is just so much more superior in terms of skill. And we know that he's a very strong boxer. The strength difference is so visible, Ravi.
Keep your punches up.
Gallagher is supposed to be a wily fighter, although he is 22 years of age only. So he does tend to get a little excited, but he's known for his quick scoring, and if he can pull off a round or two against Derevyanchenko, that would do his morale a lot of good.
You know, being ambitious enough, pull off a round or two against the world #1 is going to be very difficult for Gallagher. Game as he is, and tough as Irish boxers usually are, oh, he is just likely to be hopelessly outclassed by Derevyanchenko. We'd like to see a good fight, though, that's for sure.
At the moment, both boxers looking for the openings, and Gallagher has kept it close, not allowed Derevyanchenko to get away with the opening round, has managed to keep things very, very close. And now, for the first time, Derevyanchenko did try and go on the offensive, but not with too much success, as Gallagher was able to fend it off. But Gallagher is probably knows how tough Derevyanchenko is, and that's why he's making sure that he maintains his distance.
A couple of clever left jabs by Derevyanchenko, and we know that each one of them would have hurt.
Don't turn around.
Massive shoulders of Sergiy Derevyanchenko already causing a bit of a dent in the confidence of Patrick Gallagher.
Gallagher tried to use that opening there as the boxers came into a clinch, but didn't succeed, as the final 10 seconds come down in round #1, and Derevyanchenko, looking for the opening, may have just sneaked ahead as round 1 comes to an end, and that final left may have given him the round as well.
Well, Sergiy Derevyanchenko just too strong, possesses too much skill, too much power for young Patrick Gallagher. Yes, he has a Commonwealth gold, But Derevyanchenko just biding his time. He's a little watchful, that we've got to say. But he's in complete command there. Gallagher getting in a couple of punches, but no real force behind those punches. He'll have to do a lot more to get the better of Sergiy Derevyanchenko. And there we go. Yeah, that was pretty evident. Derevyanchenko is so much more superior to Patrick Gallagher to begin with. Let's see what the young Irishman has in store, though. Wonder what he can come back with. Certainly not the power, but maybe better footwork. You know, I feel for Gallagher, Ravi, because, you know, there's Vijay Huda, Mandeep Jangra, and Sanjin Paul Virgok as well in the middleweight for Mumbai Fighters. Patrick Gallagher would be saying, why me against the world number one?
Round number 2 gets underway, and Patrick Gallagher would be aware that that round didn't go his way, as Derevyanchenko again looking for that decisive opening to make sure that Gallagher does not come too close with attacking intent.
And the power in those punches, yes, they were not too clean, but you can sense the differential right there in terms of power. And look how fabulously Derevyanchenko is controlling the fight from the center of the ring. Patrick Gallagher again gets hurt by a couple of left jabs.
No head guard. Those punches to the ear also hurt quite a bit, and that's something that the amateur boxers need to get used to, because so far they've been used to fighting with headgears. Patrick Gallagher did not take part, beg your pardon, in the opening inaugural season of the World Series, so this is his debut in the World Series as well. Gaining an experience here, the 22-year-old Irishman with Mumbai Fighters.
Oh yes, a nice left by Patrick Gallagher. That should give him a little bit of heart. Although the massive frame of Sergiy Derevyanchenko continues to haunt him from the middle of the ring. 2 good lefts. And you talk about World Series boxing. Yes, Gallagher's making his debut, but what about Derevyanchenko? Last season, 6-0. He was unstoppable, and you can imagine why. Huge back, big shoulders. What a punch he carries. Gallagher with 2 lefts to the body.
The Irishman not cowed down by the muscular superiority of the Ukrainian, and making sure that he has stayed in the bout. But Derevyanchenko coming back very, very strongly as we are in the final minute of the second round. But this round, Charu, may be called a draw.
Closer, you think? I think not. Derevyanchenko too strong. He's gotten in many more clean punches, accurate punches. And yes, Gallagher might have got a couple of his own, but continues to be hopelessly outclassed. For the moment, I've got to say, another good combination by Derevyanchenko. That was just a pull down.
Gloves, wipe your gloves. Head up. Box.
Referee Mick Bassi making sure the gloves are clean, because the gloves tend to pick up a bit of dust from the canvas, and then that can hurt when the glove connects. We go into the final 10 seconds of round number 2, but it is Sergiy Derevyanchenko who appears to have the edge in round number 2. And there's the bell signaling end of round number 2. And once again, the Milano Thunder boxer has got the edge, looks like, in round number 2 as well.
Oh, without question, Gallagher trying to leap in for a punch or two, but look at the combinations offered by the world number 1. This massive frame, well, nice left, and another. Gallagher is hurt. Works on the body too, Sergiy Derevyanchenko. Just doesn't go for the big glory shots to the head. Great technique and fabulous control of the ring. As you can imagine, he is world number 1. 3 huge lefts, and they must, each one must have hurt Patrick Gallagher. There we go, a repeat of the opening round. Gallagher, for now, cannot find an answer to the world number 1.
Well, he does need to find answers rather quickly, as we are all set for round number 3. Derevyanchenko has won the first 2 rounds and leads 20-18 in on all three judges' cards, but Patrick Gallagher will need to try and get a round under his belt if he can.
Oh yeah, got a nice left in, and the crowd liked it, but there was a bit of a stumble by Derevyanchenko. The problem, Ravi, is the fact that not only does Derevyanchenko, not only is he the better, stronger boxer, also has bigger reach. So Gallagher has no choice but to try and fight from the inside, and he knows that he'll walk into the trap there because Derevyanchenko just so much power in his punches. So it's a difficult choice for Patrick Gallagher. Try and win against Derevyanchenko. No strategy can be easy. If he fights from the inside, he could get really badly hurt. From the outside, of course, Derevyanchenko can keep him away with his longer reach.
Jabs at the moment have hurt Patrick Gallagher, so he's trying to get in close enough to get a couple of hard blows to the body. But now Derevyanchenko has started making those decisive connections with the left, and Patrick Gallagher would do well to watch his head, because once Derevyanchenko starts connecting, then he can hurt you and hurt you bad.
Even though Gallagher got a small combination in, but probably didn't hurt Derevyanchenko at all. And Derevyanchenko using his left very effectively. Only once in a while does he come in with a big right. But oh, lovely left hook there by Derevyanchenko, and a right to follow up. That must have hurt Gallagher, though he is fighting gamely. This is not a very even contest at all.
The Ukrainian looking very much in control at the moment, as Sergiy Derevyanchenko in the golden shots of Milano Thunder has more than a measure of Mumbai fighters man in the black shorts. Patrick Gallagher, an Irishman representing Mumbai fighters, and a Ukrainian representing Milano Thunder.
And that is the charm of World Series boxing, amongst many other charms, I might add. How well is Patrick Gallagher doing right now? Well, one way you can assess it is how quiet the crowd is here at Pune. They know that their man is in trouble. Oh, a big right by Derevyanchenko. That would have hurt. A lovely combination to end this round as well. Well, Gallagher's taken a lot of punishment in the third round. Not only has he lost the opening 2 rounds, but this one didn't go too well at all. Derevyanchenko turning it on, turning on the power, ending it in that barrage. Lots of combinations. And Gallagher still looking calm. That was at the start of the third round, but later Derevyanchenko was just too good. Lots of combinations, and that left was working so well for Derevyanchenko.
Certainly Patrick Gallagher can't be faulted for not trying. He's trying hard, but when he's come up with a man who's certainly a notch or two above him, and it is showing in every round that the man is. And once again, there you see the scoring. All judges unanimously giving the round to the Ukrainian, and he now leads 30-27 on all three judges' cards. So it's an uphill battle for Patrick Gallagher to try and come back. Round number 4 begins, and Charu, difficult to imagine what the corner would be telling Patrick Gallagher at the moment. Just hang in there.
I've got a word for Patrick Gallagher, and it sounds very unfair. Of course, I don't mean it in lighter vein. Survive, Patrick. Go out there and survive, because your man is too strong. Sergiy Derevyanchenko holds all the aces. He can win this fight at will. Doesn't have to do too much. Just keep Patrick Gallagher at bay, come in with a couple of combinations as he did, and end the round strongly as he did again that third round. Patrick Gallagher, I don't see how he can come back. Normally in the heavier weights you can come back with one big punch, maybe floor the opposition, a knockout. It's not possible here. I can't see Derevyanchenko getting knocked out.
Well, until unless you throw a bag of bricks at his head. Well, at the moment, Patrick Gallagher in certainly a spot of bother. because he is down, and once again Sergiy Derevyanchenko getting those hard lefts to the head to hurt Patrick Gallagher and score very well on all three judges' cards.
Yeah, the crowd liked that. Nice combination by Gallagher, but again too little, and of course I don't think it hurt Derevyanchenko too much. He came back so strongly straight away with a combination of his own. 3 big left hooks to Gallagher's body, and each must have hurt more than the other. Oh boy, this is almost a massacre. And you think that, you know, with Gallagher winning the Commonwealth Games gold, he's a pretty good boxer, that's for sure. But hopelessly outclassed by the stronger Ukrainian.
Commonwealth Games boxing standards are a little better than some of the other disciplines that figure in the games. But here at the moment, it's the Ukrainian in perfect control, looking to walk away with his bout.
Derevyanchenko staggered Gallagher. Oh, and once again the left snuck through. Tell you, Gallagher's absorbed a lot of punishment. That straight right staggering back once again. Derevyanchenko is showing no loss of power at all. Oh boy, I wouldn't be surprised if the referee now steps in, or Gallagher's corner throws in the towel. Too much punishment for one evening. Enough. Enough.
And a hard right to Gallagher's head, and Derevyanchenko has certainly got this round with a much superior punching that he has. The countdown begins to the end of round number 4. This round is proving to be much better in Derevyanchenko's favor, and certainly looks like more a 10-8.
You're bang on. 10-8 compared to the others. Derevyanchenko too strong. And at a point in that 4th round, you could see Patrick Gallagher just standing there and waiting for the punishment to continue. He had no fight left. The power and skill of the world number 1. Oh, the left and the right to the head. Again to the body. Worked so hard. The 3rd time in a row. A great combination. You can see that the fight has almost gone out of Gallagher's punches. He was just standing there at that point of time, soaking in more and more punishment. Yeah, well, it is slipping away completely from Patrick Gallagher of Ireland, fighting for Mumbai fighters who are making their debut in the World Series Boxing 2nd edition. It's all starting out here. Today, very special date, mind you, Ravi, for those who believe in numbers. 11-11-11. Not proving to be too lucky, though, for Patrick Gallagher or for Mumbai fighters. But it's only the start. Long way to go.
That will be the 2nd bout that the Milano Thunder would have pocketed. But don't forget, if Mumbai fighters can manage to pull back in the light heavyweight, then it could all boil down to the heavyweight, where once again we've got a world number 1.
We've got to hand it over to the Irish. The Irishman, should we say, snuck in a couple of good rights. I know it's too little too late, and Derevyanchenko just so much stronger, but it's good to see the heart that the young Irishman is showing. Oh, terrific combination once again. And yes, it did rock him. Well, I thought that might have happened in round 4, but certainly does happen now. A standing count to Patrick Gallagher. You could make out how badly hurt he was.
The left and right to the head certainly hurt, and drew a standing 8 count. And once again the right from Derevyanchenko. Don't forget, he's had 2 technical knockouts and 4 wins on points, so that shows what kind of a power the Ukrainian packs. But Patrick Gallagher,
the referee's got to stop now. The referee's got to step. The referee's got to step, and that's the 2nd count now, Ravi. I mean, you really feel for Patrick Gallagher. He's absorbed, as I've said before, an enormous amount of punishment. And oh, there we go, the towels come in. That might have come in the 4th round, but it is time. And the Indian head coach Shiv Pal throws in the towel. I'm happy that he did, because the kind of punishment that Gallagher still sticks his tongue out, that he soaked up. Just too much for one evening. Derevyanchenko, well boxed. You are the world number 1, and we give you this easily. Patrick Gallagher, game Irish. But yeah, the towel's been thrown in and Gallagher will have to accept defeat.
Sergiy Derevyanchenko has emerged a deserving winner as the red corner threw in the towel. And there you see the final round action, which drew 2 standing 8 counts from the referee Mick Bassi.
There's too much punishment. And of course, Derevyanchenko turned it on too. He didn't relent. You could see the knees buckling of the young Irishman. Hard right connecting once again to the nose on the button. Derevyanchenko too strong. Oh, the right rocked his neck back. The uppercuts. He was just setting duck right there, Patrick Gallagher, and that's when the towel came in. So the Dolce Gabbana Milano Thunder will now go 2-1 up in this 5-bout contest. In just a moment, we'll see the left hand of the referee. Yep, left the winner's hand. Sergiy Derevyanchenko, the world #1, wins by a technical knockout in the 5th and final round. Patrick Gallagher, well tried, just not good enough on the night.
Well, that's his 3rd technical knockout victory in World Series of Boxing. He had 2 in the opening season and 3 won on points. So Derevyanchenko winner.